Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to tackle that most difficult task.
Come on.
Hello. I recently converted this oscilloscope to oscilloscope 2, and after that went down. Oh, don't move, right?
You're all right. Just don't jump too far back and forth.
This light has been going on and off occasionally. Sometimes I'll flip the machine on and it won't come on at all. And it's got an older generation light fixture.
Fluorescent bulb.
Fluorescent, the original. And unlike most people, or I don't know what people usually do, instead of replacing the bulb, which is about the same price of the fix I'm going to propose. Oh, I lost my train of thought.
We're just going to replace it with an LED fixture rather than trying to keep the old stuff alive.
I'm just...
Which makes it more efficient. It's less heat inside the Marquee, so you don't have to worry about your Marquee turning colors. Not that we have them on that long, but...
All that. Yeah, basically we're just going to update it with a newer fixture. It's going to use less power. And another reason for doing this is if you do have a light fixture in your machine that is somewhat flaky, I've noticed it can affect your PCB, your computer, or whatever.
Your other voltages, basically.
Right. I've had to reset machines. Also, my target tear was having the issue where it kept on putting the computer in a loop due to the light fixture until I replaced it. So this is a cheap, well, not cheap, it's the same price as what a bulb would cost. So,
but it'll last a hell of a lot longer than a bulb.
This guy here, 24-inch. You can buy them on the size of comparatively to your machine. Like this wouldn't fit like in my Kickman. You need the 18-inch. But this was $987.
And what was the bulb? It was 8 something anyway, right?
$888 for the bulb. And usually with these, you got a starter and a ballast, and one of those could be have an issue too and need to be replaced. This is everything combined in one. It's latest greatest technology.
Now, have you decided if you're going to remove all the stuff from this game, or are you just going to mount the new one?
No, I'm going to take the old stuff out. I've already kind of troubleshooted and looked at. There's a computer power supply in this guy, so hopefully I can just run the cord down the back end and plug it into the computer power supply. So when I flip on the machine, the light will come on like it should. We'll go ahead and remove the Marquee.
Let's go ahead and pause here, let you get a drink. You sound a little froggy. Be right back.
I'm removing the Marquee and the old fixture. Luckily these aren't security screws, so you can just use a standard screwdriver. If you need a security bit set, you can go to your local hardware store and locate a bit set. I think I got mine for like $10. Or Harbor Freight, that's a good spot. I think that was only like $5 there. Because you'll have security torques and all kinds of different things to run into on these old arcade games. And removing this so they wouldn't get stolen in an arcade, of course. A souvenir.
People must have been vicious. I never would have even thought of stealing a Marquee or anything off of a game.
People still take stuff like it.
Oh yeah, you see joystick knobs and
yeah, they're taking the balls
ball
off
tops.
Their, Nintendo cabs. Not even knowing what it was worth, I think just
stealing it to steal it.
Little souvenir for the. I hope this has a plug. I need to get the red plexi to update this.
I'm gonna move around.
Oh, sweet. All right. Oh, you're not.
I'm gonna move around, see if I can get a better look at what you're doing here. All right.
So here's the old one. Hopefully there's a plug-in that runs okay. So this plugs into the computer power supply down at the bottom of the cab. From here that runs. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this in here instead of slicing the wires. That way you're not gonna short out your cab, because this actually joins the plug that runs into the monitor to power it.
Yeah, they both run off AC voltage.
And I'm going to leave it in case someone wants to put it back to the original. I mean, it's a light fixture. The only light fixtures I really know of that people covet are the Nintendo light fixtures.
I don't even know that that's an issue.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not to me.
I've seen people like select, want the purchase.
But that wiring where you just unhooked it, you could tap into that to run your LED fixture too, if you didn't have the option of.
Right, that's true. Normally, what we do is if I couldn't plug it into the power supply or run it to a linear power supply, we would splice this, and then this is 110. The white and black is also 110, and the middle green one there is the ground.
Field ground.
So we'd splice that and connect it directly
to the power cord for the other thing.
Right. We'd splice the power cord on the LED one, and so I need a screwdriver, standard Mac.
Are you taking all that out of there?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
No, there's no reason to leave that in there. They can buy their own original. I mean, I want to make more screw holes in the top of the cab when I'll have existing ones.
Well, we don't know if that's going to line up with your...
That's true. And I need a standard screwdriver.
Why didn't you get this stuff ahead of time? Isn't this
I need a standard one. It's on the opposite side of where you found that one.
These are flatheads.
Yeah, that'll work. It's a standard screwdriver, yeah.
It's a flathead.
Well, the other one's a Phillips. I was always told, being a farmer, I was told this is a standard.
You also waller stuff out, though.
Yeah, that's more farming talk, man. Wallered out that hole, now we gotta put a tap on there. Or you fancy people might call them a washer.
A washer? If you're in Missouri? Not all of us talk like that in Missouri.
Only the educated.
Washer? Yeah, that's not the educated.
We can compare degrees. Dun, 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 dun. You could hold the flashlight too. You know what? I should be wearing my headlamp.
Right. I already said, I was like, you know what's not going to be helpful? Trying to work and hold that flashlight at the same time.
Hey.
All right, easy enough.
Nice piece of metal here. I can hit Matt with it, kind of change his attitude.
I mean, if you needed to use it in something else, you could.
Right. I mean, it still was working occasionally, but I don't like occasional. And then I'll start hitting the machine, trying to get it to come on, and then you're causing more damage than you're...
And you need your power cord.
Initiate a golden tee. So,
did you keep your screws?
they're around here somewhere. Let's see. I'm at the mercy of the plug-in, so I gotta keep it. I'm gonna run it to the top as possible. Well, no, okay, yeah. I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to create new holes.
I figured.
And since I lost the screws, I put screws down here. Hopefully I can use those. So I'm gonna run this back here. I got it off, which is a good thing because the tube is right behind where I'm running this. I could hit the cathode. That wouldn't be a good deal.
With his fancy degree, he was still going to try to do this with the game on.
It's always illuminate when it's illuminated.
What's your degree in data entry?
Data entry, yeah. I got a management of information science degree.
I figured it was something to do with the study of all religions. Since you know so much about all religions.
Systems is the bachelor's, and then the master's is in an MBA.
He has no degree in wire stuffing.
No, and not even by lighting yet.
You know what you should do is put that headlamp on.
Oh yeah, where is that thing?
Did you leave it upstairs?
Nah, it's in the bag over there.
Oh, here it is, right here.
See, I gotta hit a double hole. Alright.
We gotta hit a double hole.
We'll switch to the high-tech stuff. I didn't want to look so cool with this on.
Man, there's just some things you just gotta look dorky doing.
Hands free. Look, Ma, no hands. Alright. I might have to run that here. It's labeled. causing me issues.
Why don't you run it the other way where your thing is thinner?
I thought about that, but that'd be too easy. Easy's for, people that... Well, I hope that didn't break my line. Defeat the purpose.
Yeah, we're not like filming a video or anything. There's no reason to like try to do it.
No.
Try to do it the fast way.
There's a faster way. That might require both of us to help. Are you up for the challenge? All right. Let's see if I
We're gonna pause this and feed the wire through. Alright.
Alright, I figured out where I want to mount this guy. I can't put it on the backboard where the original was because there's no play in between these two pieces of wood. And it just, so I'm just going to mount it on a piece of wood. Now, Matt originally said we could put it on without taking out the original
Fixture.
But that fixture will serve as a backup if I need a fixture in a pinch or a light in a pinch to have a temporary. I don't know if I can.
It's hard to like start a screw into that kind of wood. I take that awl that I have and I usually tap into the wood.
Oh, really? To kind of make your own little drill hole?
Yeah, you break through that laminate that's on the outside of it.
Yeah, that's what it is. I did though. Broke on through to the other side.
Yeah, all you have to do is get through that laminate and all of a sudden you can use the screw.
Oh, man.
Mike doesn't follow my videos, otherwise he would have known that pro tip.
Yeah, who watches that swill?
Swill.
I've seen better film on T.
And we saw when your film work last week.
Hey, that's award winning. I've already gotten multiple offers that come to Hollywood as the talent. They see it. They know.
We'll see if you can get these two screws lined up properly.
Here's the hard part. We got the first one. It's going to be perfectly flush. It's going to look beautiful. Or I can leave it like this and have that side flopping.
Well, the funny thing is when you put the Marquee on, you can't tell at all.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's true. I just like my stuff high quality.
He likes to half-ass it, don't he?
The original.
So now you should just lift it up to the right spot and put a screw underneath it.
If I can get it off the single screw.
That's what I'm saying. Just tilt it up where you need it and then just shoot a screw underneath it.
I could do that.
Looks like you might have a little trouble getting it off of there.
Yeah, the screw is so close to being the size that... Yeah, I don't think I'm getting it off. Alright. Well, we know that's not going anywhere.
Screw underneath it on the bottom will do it.
Yep.
It ain't coming off. It's not like it's a full motion game anyway where it's going to be moving around.
So... I got a little better screw on this side. Actual wood screw.
And like Mike was saying, this is a pretty painless install because there's actually an outlet jack like right on the power supply. So we just had to run this cord straight to the power supply and plug it in. Turn the on switch on.
The house nugget's gonna hold it.
But we definitely recommend doing this if you have a Marquee that doesn't work at all. Rather than replacing the, what do they call the, there's a starter, there's the...
Starter, a ballast.
The ballast. There's a lot, 3 or 4 things you could have to replace. And then on top of that, your bulb could go out in a few months. When this thing is just $10.
Right, and it's, it's newer technology, so it's a lot more efficient than that old school stuff. Get a little bit of lip. Like I said, it doesn't move much. So go ahead and turn on the machine.
And I'm gonna get back here and
See if it lights up. There we go.
and we have light.
That's a lot brighter than the incandescent.
See how it looks with that marquee back on there. There's a big marquee.
Nice and bright. Oh yeah, you can't even tell where it's at in the box. It's on the bottom even.
Yeah, it looks good.
Save this guy. It works when it wants to.
I don't think it's the bulb. I think it's the fixture.
Alright. Pretty little painless procedure, and like I said, other times if you can't plug it in like we were able to, you can splice the wire and just make sure you...
There's 3 wires. They should be exactly the same, and the power cord for the LED fixture would just be white, black, and green. You just match them up.
There you go.
Splice the connector in if you have one. Takes that game a long time to boot up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I kept on expecting it to error out when I first plugged it in because the board wasn't supposed to work.
Let's get another good look at the marquee here.
So, I'm really happy with it presently. I assume I'll still have to fix
Yeah,
it.
from looking in through the camera, you can't even tell where the actual fixture is inside there. It lights the whole thing up pretty well.
Wonderful.
I guess that's probably about it for that video.
Yeah, we enlightened our marquee.
With stability. It should work every time now, no problem.
It'll work for the rest of my lifetime.
We had other things that we were gonna do first thing today, but this was driving Mike crazy last night, so it's like, we might as well just do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's nice and easy. You gotta do some work on what are we gonna? Oh, we're gonna do MK. Gonna finish the multi-combat project.
That's next on the list. Then Punch Out.
Yep.
So
they both require each other for them to be completed.
Yeah, we gotta demolish one to make the other, and then restore the other one.
Yeah, then I'll have a dead cabinet lineup for a little bit before I can get Punch Out going again.
That's all right. We didn't play every game last night. We tried. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll try to get some more stuff filmed today. Have out sometime this week.
Yeah, enjoy that weekend. Later.
Go Rams.